How we going, guys? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin. I've got an unboxing for you. You know what it is. It's the box set we've all been waiting for. Finally, it's here. Finally, Tony Martin is getting some recognition. I was out yesterday. I'm seeing the Tony Martin era of Sabbath on the front page of Classic Rock. And is it Fistful of Metal? Something like that. It was cool seeing the magazine section with this era, because I thought this era was buried forever. In fact, look, I can show you this. This poster I bought off a mate years ago. He actually got it from a gig. He just took it on the way out. And yeah, he was getting rid of some stuff, and I bought it off him, and I thought that was it. And that's been sitting there for ages. And yeah, and now Tony Martin, Cosy Powell, God rest his soul, and Neil Murray are on the front pages of the mainstream rock press. It's really good to see. And I'm hoping Tony Martin, in particular, gets a couple of quid out of this, because he's even like Blaze Bayley, who was wrongly, blamed for Iron Maiden's sort of downslope. And it's, the media were kind of like, oh, those albums are crap, la 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 la. It's like, well, they didn't even say Tony Martin was crap. It was like he's just been buried, like he never existed, So it's good to see, straighten that out a bit, that this is hopefully going to give this era of Sabbath a new audience. And I've been banging the drum for years. This is the most, well, not even underrated, because most people don't even know it exists. Most overlooked, unknown eras in any rock or metal band's history. So yeah, here we go. Anno Domini. What's the years? 1989 to 1995. This is 4 of the 5 albums Tony Martin did with Black Sabbath. The first album he did, The Eternal Idol, isn't included in this because this is actually on Warner Brothers, and it technically isn't out of print. I mean, you got these deluxe editions that you can pick up in HMV and that. And I suppose if you was in a big record shop, they'd have copies. But I don't know. I say it's not out of print, but if the record shop hasn't got it, I'd be curious to see how easy it would be for them to order you a copy in. I suppose it's readily on Amazon. I'm not sure, but yeah, here you go. The Eternal Idol, you need that one as well. It's just as good as these 4, but these 4 were out of print, and this is why you're getting. So this is obviously goes along with the other box sets of all the Sabbath albums that have come out so far, so it sits nicely with them. I've done unboxing for them as well. So if this is your first, time seeing my channel, welcome aboard for a start. But if you want to watch any, I've done a 2-part Black Sabbath retrospective, and I've also done unboxing videos for all the other special editions. So yeah, just go along the playlist, click on the Black Sabbath playlist, and everything you need to see is there. Right, so here we go. 4 CD Super Deluxe Edition featuring 3 newly remastered albums and the headliner, a 2024 Tony Iommi remix of Forbidden. 1989 Headless Cross Tour replica concert books. What's it called? A program. And a 60-page book, which you get all that good stuff anyway. So here it is. Finally. Let's have a look. I've got the originals here as well, actually. I'll put them to the side just in case they... If I'd rather have them here than F about looking for them. I got these at the right time. I think I got these ranging from $7.99. I think the most expensive one was £15 on Amazon second hand. But it was years ago, and I think no one gave a shit at the time, and people couldn't give them away. So I got this classic rock edition of Tyre as well. Tyre, not quite sure how you pronounce it. Yeah, this came free with a magazine. Right, let's get into it, finally. I've got a lovely cold that I'm just getting over, by the way, so bear with me a sec. Right, here we go. Right, the book's normally hardback in the other ones. Just something worth noting. What we got? Loads of. Oh, it looks like it goes into quite a bit of detail. Actually, there's a lot of interviews, liner notes, so to speak. Cool. These box sets kind of differ, really. Some of them I've been really happy with, and some I've been a bit that's a bit basic. Sometimes with the extras as well, you get yeah, it's sort of different. Sometimes you get like an unreleased concert, and sometimes you get a load of stuff that's packaged like it's unreleased, and it's like, yeah, we've already got this. But I've started the collection, so I'm cursed to complete it, because that's what the corner us collectors paint ourselves into. Let's carry on. That's a pretty good photo there. This is when Bob, I forget the guy's name now, he was in Rainbow. He was on a Cross Purposes tour. Look at that. Black Sabbath, Motorhead and Morbid Angel. What a tour that would have been. Cross Purposes live. I've got this on DVD, and I think it's a because it was on video, and it's a unofficial release on DVD. That would have been cool in this. Not to be too facetious, but you know, if you're doing that anyway, you've included it in the booklet. Surely it wouldn't have hurt. But there you go. This is the tour program replica. Packed with photos, as tour programs generally are. Didn't this tour start off with like a 2-week residency in Russia or something? I've got a concert. I've got that actually. An unreleased, another unofficial release on DVD. I think it came out on video, or it was just shown on telly. I'm not sure. But yeah, get the gist. All the tour dates. Is that tour dates? No, it's all the. I didn't see any tour dates, but maybe they weren't in there, or maybe I just missed them. What else we got? Poster. I mean, you gotta admit, that's a classic. That's an album cover, isn't it? You know. Imagine if a Doom band put that out now. Everyone would run out and buy it. Imagine if Electric Wizard put that out. Right, and here we go. Here's discs. We've got all sort of paper, cardboard, vinyl replicas. Mind you, that's pretty much standard in what you get in all the box sets. You've got this little disc that always flies out. And it's pretty much the same. Cross Purposes, underrated album. I mean, they all are, but I like this one. This one seems to be... Even the people that do like this era of the band, they tend to overlook this one. Although I will say, Virtual Death. Is it Virtual Death or Immaculate Deception? I think it's Virtual Death. Is a blatant Alice in Chains ripoff. Right, and here we go. Here's Forbidden. Oh, look, you got... Let's do the compare. Like that. So... There's the original front cover, and then it folds out. And this one, you kind of get that and that. So this is the main one. I mean, it's nice to have this in a nice box and all together and everything, but yeah, this one, I think the sequencing of the songs didn't do it favours, and the production was a bit off. I mean, I think, to be honest, it was a bit of an uninspired, lukewarm album to begin with, but both Tony Martin and Tony Iommi both insist that the album sounded awesome. The songs sounded awesome in the studio when they were rehearsing them, and just didn't come out in the mix. So we can address this now with this new mix. And what's most notable about it is this includes a song called Loser Gets It All. Now, Loser Gets It All, if you can see here, isn't on this edition of the album because it was a Japanese-only bonus track. So if you wanted to get it, you had to get the Sabbath Stones. Yeah, this is pretty much irrelevant now. I don't need this. But yeah, so it's great to see Tony Iommi's mixed it himself, so it's gonna sound how he wants it to sound, and it's justice restored all round, really. Tony Martin is getting, these albums are finally getting some airtime, and Loser Gets It All is finally included on Forbidden, because Loser Gets It All is a phenomenal song. It's one of Sabbath's best songs. The main riff, the groove of it all. And yeah, when you were listening to Forbidden to begin with, and you kind of lackluster, and then you hear Loser Gets It All, you think, who on earth, who was smoking crack, who made the decision to not include that on the album and make it the Japanese bonus track? I personally would have made the opening track, The Illusion of Power. I would have made that the Japanese. Actually, that's the main problem with this album, is that the worst song on it really is the opener. It kind of ballses up the momentum, I suppose, of the album. I would have gone open, put Loser Gets It All on open with that, then go into Get a Grip. That would have been a good way to start the album. Anyway, so it's good that Loser Gets It All is included. That's really good. So yeah, if you're a Sabbath fan and you've not heard this, seriously do it. You're doing yourself a disservice. I ain't got time for the whole no Aussie, no Sabbath. Well, if that's what you think, I don't know why you're watching this to begin with. The Aussie less years, with Tony, he went through a bunch of lineup changes, but he upheld the quality. And well, you can check out my retrospective videos, and I'll go into more depth. But yeah, I'm glad that these are finally here. This is a nice box set that's going to go nicely with the other ones. As I say, if you haven't watched them and you're curious, you can go and have a watch of them. I encourage you as well to go see my Black Sabbath retrospective. I do part 1 and part 2. And yeah, hopefully this is handy to you if you was thinking of buying it and wasn't sure about whether or not to pull the trigger. Hopefully this helps you make your decision. I'm happy with it, and I'm not really the vinyl junkie, but if you are, I can't see why that wouldn't be worth getting either. So hopefully that helps, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.